Welcome back, children. So we shall see the immune system in the body. Now you know what is the importance of immune system. If you are having low immune system, automatically you will be facing different kinds of disease. But if you have a good immune system, you will be escaped with the all those diseases. So it is merely depends on your immunity system only. Okay, whether you will free from disease or you are struggling with the disease or a persons will die with the disease, everything is merely depends on the immune system of the person alone. Okay, because cases are different. So we shall see a detail or concept of immune system in this class. Okay, what is immune system? Okay, first point is a system of biological structures and processes within an organisms which protects organisms against any disease and also helps to identify self from non-selves. Remember them. So what do you mean by that, children? Self and non-self. So I have explained in the autoimmune diseases where the immune system is failed to express or fail to distinguish between its own cell and the foreign cell, its own cell and the foreign cell. So problem is there. So immune system means they should identify self. Self means their own organ, their own cell, their own structure, everything they need to identify. And from non-self means the antigen. And remember, the memory cells should be in their immune system. In that condition only, the immune system will be functional perfectly. If not, immune system will fail and a person is affected by autoimmune diseases. Because in that condition, the antibodies fails to identify their own protein or their own components. So for that, against it started to produce antibodies. So it will fight with their own RBC, their own substance. So automatically you will have a chronic anemia or chronic hepatic diseases. Like that you can see different kinds of diseases. So if the immune system is perfect means, what is the first one? First point is you should be escaped from many diseases or you should be free from any disease. Second, and your immune system will identify your own cell with your other foreign gene or non-self. Okay, that remembrance should be with the immune system. That is the role of immune system of your body. Next, come to the structure. Okay, we know it will contain two structure: lymphoid organs, tissues and cells, and also antibodies. Antibodies will formed once the antigens will enter into your body, then antibodies will be formed. And as I told you in the previous classes, antibodies are soluble proteins only. Once the work will finish, okay, it will fight with the antigen. So antigen antibody reaction finished after, the antibodies will dissolve either in lymph or in a blood, either in lymph or in a blood. As I told you, the antibodies can be seen in only in lymph or in the blood. Only fluid it can be seen, not inside the cell. Inside the cell means only the T cells. T cells only can be seen in the cell, that is the phagocytosis. But the antibodies can be seen in both the fluids like lymph and your blood. So after reaction, okay, and automatically it will dissolve in the fluid. So it will have a only short lifespan. For that only, children, for example, if a person is affected with coronavirus, a person can able to produce an antibodies. But so long, it is not a longer period they will have antibodies in their blood, maybe for 3 months. It depends upon again immune system only. Nowadays they are taking plasma for plasma therapy, no? So the plasma will contains antibody, but it is not for no longer. Only for shorter period, antibodies for corona will be in their plasma. And the plasma therapy can be given. That is a passive immunity. Other antibody we are taking and we are giving to another person. And it is only short lifespan only. When your body itself started to produce antibodies, when your body will have memory cells, no, that is only permanent. It will only helpful for many years. So this antibodies, it has a very short lifespan. Even for some people it will be 1 month, or some people 2 months, or some people 3 months, not more than that. So only within duration we can able to use the plasma of patient, not for after 3 months. As after 3 months you cannot see any antibodies in that person's blood. Okay, then it is waste only. Taking plasma from the cured person is waste only. Is that clear, children? So antibodies can be seen. So what are the immune system? Lymphoid organs, tissues and cells, antibodies, that is soluble molecules. And it is unique acid recognize foreign antigen, response to this. And remember, what is the remember? Memory cells. And what is the main function? It is very important for allergic reactions. It is immunoglobulin E. And autoimmune diseases, okay, fail to detect their self-cell with the non-self. And organ transplantation. This is organ transplantation means, and here what is the role? Organ is itself is a foreign material only. It is, they are not own organ. We are going to transplant means that is a foreign material only. So this foreign material should be accepted by the body. So for few days automatically acute allergies can be seen. And when we can succeed in that means when there is no chronic allergies, then we'll succeeded in the transplantation. Is that clear, children? So these are the main important role for the immune system. So first we want to see under 2 heading, okay, what and all organs, which is very important for where the your immune system cells like B and C, T cells will be formed, where maturization will be. So primarily we have lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ. This is very, very important, children. So lymphoid organs are of 2 types, primary lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ. Is that clear? Now what is primary lymphoid organ? Where first the lymphocyte cells will be produced. For example, we know origin, maturization and proliferation of immune cells in bone marrow and thymus. So during proliferation means multiplication, and maturization, immature lymphocytes differentiate into antigen sensitive lymphocytes, and after maturization the lymphocytes migrate into secondary lymphoid organs. So here what you want to remember, primary lymphoid organs are 2 types, bone marrow and thymus. Bone marrow B cells were produced and it will mature in the B cells even, and T cells will be produced in bone marrow but it will mature in the thymus. How it will travel? The B cells and T cells will travel through lymph or blood. So through that it will circulate and it will reach the thymus. From bone marrow the T cells need to be traveled through the blood and it will reach the thymus, where maturization of D cells would takes place. And now your B cells and T cells is ready, and it should not be always in bone marrow and thymus. They need to be circulated throughout the body through blood and via, and they will be in some of the organ, thereby fighting of antigens will be easy. Now after formation of B and D cells, they need to be migrated from bone marrow and from thymus to different organs. So where they are going, no, that is only we can call it a secondary lymphoid organ. For example, what are the secondary lymphoid organs means? Spleen, okay. Spleen is a organ can be seen below your stomach, and lymph nodes. So as like blood and vessels, in your body we have a lymphatic vessels. So in your shoulder region, in your knee region and your food regions, and here and there we can see lymph nodes. Even the lymph node also we can see the B cells. And tonsils. So we know tonsils, it is a near to your pharynx region. So this tonsil also we have learned in the grade 11. It will contain more regions. I have explained 6 regions of tonsils can act as a lymphocyte region. So there also there is a chance of entering microorganism through your mouth. So it will be arrested by your tonsil, because the tonsil now will have a T lymphocytes to fight with the antigen. And Peyer's patches. What is Peyer's patches, children? It is again a group of lymphatic tissues. It is a group of lymphatic tissues can be seen in the intestine, small intestine, that too ileum part of small intestine. Peyer's patches are lymphoid tissues which can be seen in the ileum part of your small intestine. Okay, it is of mass of lymphatic tissues only. What is Peyer's patches? It is a mass of or group of lymphatic tissues only, and it can be seen in the small intestine region, that too in ileum part, and also in appendix, and also in the appendix. So these are the main regions where the cells like B cells can be transferred to the secondary lymphoid organs to fight with the antigens. Now imagine, imagine some bacteria are entering into your mouth. So it should be filtered from bacteria or virus. It should be fighted with the bacteria and fungus with the tonsil region even. So tonsil now will have a group, 6 group of lymphocytes, so they can able to fight easily. That is first. And suppose when it crosses that and it is enters into your lymph node, there also we can see more of B cells, so it will fight with your antigen. And Peyer's patches, suppose if you are having food, it will contains more amount of bacteria, so it is not at all killed by the acids which is present in your stomach, and now it is in the small intestine. So small intestine we can see a group of this is lymphocytes, so automatically this lymphocytes can kill the bacteria or fungi which is present in the Peyer's patches. And also the appendix region, large region, there also we can see accumulation of the lymphocytes to fight with the antigen. So these are the secondary lymphoid organ. So from bone marrow and from thymus it was circulated through blood. Now all those can be seen in spleen, lymph nodes, tonsil, Peyer's patches and small intestine and appendix. Is that clear, children? Now these are the sites, what I have explained, no? Spleen, lymph nodes, tonsil, these are the sites where interaction of lymphocytes with the antigen and the lymphocytes proliferate to become effector cells. So automatically once the lymphocytes cells were present in the spleen, and the cells of the spleens we can call it as effector cells. Now it is very much effective because it can able to fight against with the antigen. Is that clear, children? So what you want to understand in this slide, there are two type of lymphoid organ, primary and secondary lymphoid organ. Primary lymphoid organs are bone marrow and thymus, where formation of B cells and T cells maturation can be seen, and it will be transferred to the other organ for its function. For example, spleen, lymph nodes, tonsils, Peyer's patches and small intestine. And now look at that, what I have explained, the picture was given. So tonsils can be seen near to your region, pharynx region, and thymus above your lungs. Lymph nodes, okay, we can see in the shoulder region, near to your arm we can see the lymph nodes. Even also in your knee joint we can see the lymph nodes. And lymphatic vessels, okay, this is your lymphatic vessel. All your body, what I have the structure of this is all we can call it as lymphatic vessels. Okay, tonsil, thymus, lymph nodes, lymphatic vessels and spleen. Okay, spleen, okay, here below the stomach we can see the spleen structure, and Peyer's patches in small intestine, that too in ileum part, and the near to the large intestine we can see the appendix. And bone marrow is the primary lymphoid organ, and thymus, bone marrow and thymus we can call it as primary lymphoid organ. The remaining and all we can call it as secondary lymphoid organ. Is that clear, children? So next video I will say the functions of lymphoid organs. Thank you.